student, how we can resolve this conflict. Conflict leads to violence and death, fear and tension. So conflict means a fight between two persons or not matching of the not matching of their opinions. This is called the conflict, students. Students. So discrimination is another cause of conflict. Discrimination means when all are not given equal importance, then the conflict arises. It can happen in your example at our home also. See, you are two brothers and sisters. When one is given importance and other is not given, or one wishes are taken into consideration and other is not given any importance or not allowed to do anything, so there arises the conflict. For this I can give a small example of the our family only. When there are two brothers and sisters, see, sister is allowed to watch movies, play, go out, and the younger brother is not allowed. So at that time there will be conflict between brother and sister. So this is called the conflict, and how it can be resolved. Religious processes can lead to conflict. Yes, religious processes means in Hindi I will tell you that धर्म के ऊपर जो नारेबाजी दंगे करते हैं, that is called the religious procession. और उसकी वजह से भी कई बार we have the fight or now rivers are source of conflict. Yes, between two states. If we take about the example of state, here there is a story about the Kaveri river between two states, that is Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. These three states are having the water of river Kaveri, but the all the three states said that they should get the complete water. Karnataka state said it is flowing through Karnataka, so they want that this river should get this river water should be flow only in Karnataka. Same thing was repeated by Kerala state also. A river is flowing through Kerala, so they should get the water. And same with the Tamil Nadu also. So this was the conflict between the two states. So students, I hope you understood what is conflict. Conflict means discrimination, or it can be not having the same opinion. In any country, problems arise between the government and the people. The role of the government is to resolve the conflicts rather than to instigate the violence. Yes, it is the duty of government to resolve the conflicts. How the conflicts can be resolved? Resolved means solved. See, police, law and order can help to solve the conflicts. Students, my voice is audible now. Just you can chat me. Okay. Now it is audible clearly, students. Voice is audible clearly. Just give me thumbs up. Students. Students, now it's clear. Yes. Okay. See, resolving conflicts means solving the conflicts. Problem can be solved. How? See, when two states have the conflict or between the people and the government, it can be solved by police, law and order, equality and justice, special provisions, care for the girl child, as Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Means by these solutions, we can solve the conflict. See, the government has to play an impartial role in resolving the conflicts. Impartial means government cannot be partial with anyone, whether rich or poor. Government has to take the steps. Students. So government plays an important role, and here the police also plays an important role in solving the conflicts. How they can put to end. Okay. Now Nitiksha, it's clear. Nitiksha, voice is clear. Okay. So the government has to play an impartial role in resolving the conflicts. Similarly, a small incident in a religious procession may lead to communal rights. Communal rights means religion's rights. Communal rights in Hindi we can say धर्म के ऊपर जो दंगे होते हैं, that is. To present example we can take when the Ram Mandir at Ayodhya was being construct to start the construction, other religious people tried to stop it. That is called the communal riots. In such a situation, it is the government's responsibility to bring peace. If the government does not play a proactive role, conflicts can lead to violence. Yes, at such a time, it's role of government. See, government is aware that this incident or by this thing, people would be fighting among themselves. So, government has to take the steps to solve these conflicts. Conflicts exist in every society and need to be solved amicably to maintain amity in society. Yes, conflicts exist in every society. Means in each and everywhere, conflicts are there because we people cannot have the same common opinion for everything. We cannot be satisfied by everything. See, here I can give the examples in the family also. It's not that everyone like the same things. See, you may be liking different things. You may like to watch different programs. See, because of the TV also, you and your brother may be fighting because you want to watch some other programs and your brother might want to watch the cartoon. So the conflicts arises. Conflicts means a small fight, you can say. So these things can be solved by understanding. Same way here in the country or in the society, if the conflict arises, it's the duty of government, and government has to play an active role by which it can solve the problems, and government can solve the conflicts. Yes, there can be conflict by the source of river water also. Sharing of Kaveri water has been a source of conflict between Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala. And this issue led the creation of tribunal to oversee the sharing of water between these states. Yes. And it took a long battle for sharing this water. So students, if conflicts are arised, then it's the duty of government to solve these conflicts and so that people can live happily and peacefully. Yes. The next and the last topic for this chapter, that is equality and justice. Yes, as we talk about the democracy. So how can a democracy can be sustained or maintained in the country if we, the citizens, are equal and getting the justice properly? So that only we can have the equality and justice and democratic would be running smoothly. One of the main responsibilities of democracy is giving impartial justice to and equality to all. Yes, the main feature of democracy is that everyone should be equal and should get the justice properly. Equality and justice are the two different sides of the same coin and are inseparable in democracy. Yes, as we have coin and on the coin we have head and tail. Same way, equality and justice are the two sides of the coin. They cannot be separated. Yes, if everyone is equal, then only they can get justice equally. Yes, if there is discrimination between rich and poor, then it means there is no equality, and it shows that there is no justice. Because to get the justice, everyone should be equal. They should go hand in hand. Hand in hand means they should go together. It's not that you are saying everyone is equal, but when it comes to the talk of justice, it's not given to the poor people. Poor people are fighting, but they are not getting the proper justice. So it says that equality and justice should go in hand in hand. Proper justice can be delivered only if all are treated equally. Yes, everyone will be getting justice when all are equal. Equality is there. There is no discrimination between rich and poor, high class, low class. Then only proper justice can be given to them. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, the pioneer of Indian Constitution, had waged a long struggle for getting due rights for the Dalits or untouchables. Yes. Was this Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar students in Biawar also? We have this statue at Chandred also. Dr. Bhimrao statue is also been there. See why he is so much given importance because he fought, he led a long struggle, a fight for the Dalits or untouchables. Yes. During that period, we saw in the starting how Nelson Mandela fought for the black and white discrimination. Same way, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi, they fought for the Dalits or untouchables. Students, you know who are Dalits? Dalits are the untouchable or scheduled caste peoples. Now it is banned. We can't call them as untouchables. If we say them these things, government give us punishment. So Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, the pioneer, so he was the manager, chairman of the drafting committee of the constitution. He laid a long battle to remove this injustice. Inequality based on caste, class, gender, economic status has existed in our society since then, and laws are made to abolish untouchability, which is now punishable offense. Yes, now government has made laws that if we are not practicing, if we are practicing untouchability, you know, untouchability means as it was there in Africa, so they were not allowed to sit in the same buses or not to study in the same school. Same things were happening in our country itself also. See, these untouchables were not allowed to go to the temples, they were not allowed to enter the cities. The children were made away from the schools. So this type of discrimination was practiced in India also. So these great peoples came forward and they laws were made to abolish untouchability, which is now punishable offense. Now, if anyone is doing such things, then they can get the punishment also. Likewise, likewise, Hindu Marriage Act provides equal inheritance of right to daughters in their father's property, while special criminals have been made to protect women against cruelty by husband. Equality is thus an essential for justice. Yes, students, see now. Likewise, Hindu Marriage Act provides equal inheritance right to daughters in their families, and while specialized criminal laws have been made. Yes, students, see earlier what was there? Okay, when a daughter gets married, she was not allowed to take any property from fathers. But now, according to Hindu Succession Act or Marriage Act, daughters are also have the participate in their father's property, and special criminal laws have been also made to protect the woman against their Equality by husband or in-laws. Domestic violence यानी harassment to women in the house are called the domestic violence. So such things, for to remove such things, government has made the laws for which women can be protected. Now, in a diverse country like India, why diverse? Because we have varieties, difference. We have studied this in first chapter, diversity. Why diversity? Because we have 28 states and 28 different languages, different cultures. So it is called as diverse country like India. The government has to play an important role to see that justice is delivered impartially or not. For this, special provisions have been made for underprivileged minorities, weaker sections of the society. Yes, government has taken steps to protect these minorities, means who are having less population, who are not getting the better facilities. Weaker sections means who are weak sections means they are not financially rich people. Justice and equality are the two logos with which the democracy would remain meaningless and directionless. Yes, if in any society or if any country equality and justice is not given to the people, then there is meaningless, means then democracy is meaningless and directionless. There is no importance of democracy or no use of democracy. So students, this was about the democracy, features of democracy